All right, welcome to round 2 of the Sioux City Street Fighting Tournament. My opponent is Wynn Polnicky. We are playing Q6 per l'onore di Roma. It is the Italians versus the Russians. The Italians need to attack, take 3 locations in the city to win the game. They have 11 squads coming on the left-hand side, and the reinforcements are on turn 3, coming on the left-hand side or the bottom. And the Russians have reinforcements strictly coming on the right-hand side. And so let's see how I set up my defense based on my strategy tactics that I discussed for about 10 minutes or so, and then we get into the game. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Basil, let's do. So here we are in the beginning of the setup for my defense of the village and the 3 of 4 buildings that the Italians need to obtain and keep by the end of the game. No balance in this particular one. There have been apparently 23 Italian wins and 20 Russian wins. So pretty much toss up. Depends on how the Italians do. Depends on where the Italians bring their reinforcements on, and a lot of other factors. The Italians essentially end up with 4 medium machine guns and 3 mortars, which in and of itself is a lot of firepower. Just a lot of firepower, a lot of fire lanes, a lot of everything. Even though they have 6 morale, they'll end up having, they start with 11 squads and a couple half squads here and there. And their reinforcements are 4 squads with a couple half squads here and there. I think they end up with 3 leaders. And they get reinforcements on turn 3. And then, so they get to move on turn 3 and to move on turn 4 before the Russians come on. That's extremely key point there, where if the Italians had it on, if they moved second, if they had it on turn 3 and then the Russians came on turn 4 and was the first player, that's essentially back-to-back reinforcements. But since the Italians move first, they get to conduct the 3rd turn, do defensive fire in the Russian turn, then they get to conduct their movement again in turn 4 before the Russians get to come on. So this is essentially what my entire defense is worked based upon, is that the Italians, if they come on through here to score this building, that's very key, or the Italians can double time through here, 1, 2, 3, bypass 4, 5, 6, advance, and then they could either get an MMG here, doing a fire lane this way, covering all those hexes. The other fire lane can go this way, covering those hexes. Pretty much cutting off the Russians from either just getting on the board. The Russians only have 4 or 5 squads coming on. A couple fire lanes, double fire lane on one side is just killer. So it's important to stop the Italians from using this avenue to get on the board. Simple as that. Plus, you're kind of inadvertently, you're not really defending this location because you want to be able to get your reinforcements coming on next turn. You want these guys to be able to come on, reinforce the village, and you essentially defend up these, probably 2 of these buildings here. Another one of my strategy was, I was thinking about putting a unit in this location here and entrenching. So that way I can have a unit here, here, and here, and they can fire group on any building. So this building could be fired upon, this building could be fired upon, and this building could be fired upon by all 3 resources right here. So that's 12 firepower, split up, and it could hit every single one of those buildings. So it can't hit this one, but this one's good, this one's good, and this one's good. So that's the center of the Italian's defense if he reaches a village. And so therefore, my initial thought was to get an entrenchment right here. All right, so for me to do that means I have to have units on board. Let's get them up here. I need to have units on board that can make it back to defensive locations, maybe even a unit somewhere around here that can make it back there. So we need to stop the Italians over here, and within 2 turns get ready for the Italians over here. So how am I going to do that? One, I hope the Italians don't come strong down here, because the whole point is, and if you see these little red counters, do you see the red counters right here? There's one here, and one here. So these are just reminders for me. So I made my setup, sat on it for a day or so, and made little notes on these counters. So this one says turn 1, CX to F5 to A4. So he's going to, his plan was going to go to probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there, and then advance, and then 1, 2, 3, advance. If the Italians didn't come on hard here, then he defensive fires, you know, rat-a-tat-tat, and then he's gone. There's enough coverage, there's enough hindrances up here, enough hindrances over here, he can get there quite easily. So he's here on turn 2. If he's attacked up in that little area there, then these units, turn 1, same thing, turn 1 CX to F5, then go to A4. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically he could just move and then advance, and 1, 2, 3, and then he can advance if this guy's besieged up there. If the Italians come on hard here, these guys retreat. If the Italians come on hard here, he retreats. So I've got 3 units assigned. Essentially, one of these guys is guaranteed to come back here, and I think he was going to be put here to F3. He was going to go to F3 with a wall advantage. So I wanted wall advantage here, so the Italians couldn't just meander here and jump here point blank with a little bit of cover. I'll just take the wall advantage. I could drop the wall advantage at any time, and so that dissuades the Italians. He can't move adjacent because I'll fire here, 8-2, 4-2, and then final protective fire wherever I need to. And yes, these units, if moving in those positions, either here or here, see if he's here, he doesn't get to cover the road. So if they're both in those positions, they're final protective firing. If the Italians come up through this way, I break 1 or 2 units, maybe pin a couple guys. If he breaks, then he simply routes back here, because most likely the Italians won't be in these locations, because he has to final protective fire adjacent. So hopefully they won't be in that location, and I can't stay there, so I just have to keep going. I have to fire. Essentially, that gives this unit, each unit will have 3 attacks. 1 at range. Let's see, leaves 2 residual. Let me get the residual out. Might as well use the residual. 1 attack will leave, let's say he comes over here, he leaves 2 residual. This guy over here fires, leaves 2 residual. Another unit moves, he leaves 1 residual. This guy over here moves, he leaves 1 residual. So we're cutting off his attack, and his approach to location. Can he squeak some guys through? Yeah, we don't have enough firepower. But if he reaches anybody adjacent, we could fire 2 residual there. And as long as we roll 7 or less, we can continue fire. It'll be a 1 residual or 2 residual. So this is kind of what we're looking at, depending on whether or not we pin or not in terms of residual. Doesn't really leave the Italians a lot of areas to scoot through. You know, because if he's doing that, he's going through the wheat fields and he's sucking up a lot of movement factors, slowing him down. Hopefully these guys won't die, or one of my mortars here or here can react to that sort of situation and then attack in kind. So kind of confusing, but it's kind of a confusing scenario in terms of how to manage your troops, because you really need those guys back there. If you don't have them back there, then he just comes behind you. He's set up here, and then you can't route backwards. You can't route down if you have LOS. So all your units essentially just die. So you need to make sure you have a way to route out of the situation. Keep routing backwards. If you stop these guys over here, you can route backwards and you'll be fine. So now, why is my defense up as far as it is? Well, you see, I rolled 4 for dummies. You do have dummies. I wanted to create a stack here to make it look like it was the medium machine gun and the leader, because in this hex, it has a clear line of sight straight down the row. So that's straight down the row. So I wanted to make him think that, okay, I've got a line of fire down there because it's, you know, kind of fancy dancy going between the orchard, you know, a little trick or whatever. So it stops these guys from going this way. Not a big deal. Not really the best place to be honest with you. And he also has a fire lane potential down here. Not the best one. And a fire lane here. Again, not the best one. None of those fire lanes really do anything to stop the Italians' advance. They just really don't. So, but the idea is to make it seem like, since that stack's the biggest, it's going to get the biggest attention. And his job, I assigned here, you can't really read it that much, but it says route cut. So he's only 127. His job was to essentially, if a force got in, his job was simply to move. And his simple job was to move and get behind units. So if the enemy came over here, came this way, he would just simply get behind him. He's a 127, not a threat. You know, maybe go down here if the enemies move through here and then up through here. Not a threat, but I want to cut his route paths. And you say, Stu, why would you want to waste a unit for that? Well, one, the Italians are 6 morale. There's going to be a lot of broken Italians in this game. And since they're broken, they need to route. And if I can stop them from routing, I can essentially eliminate them in place. So that's the idea behind that. But the main crux, again, double. Got some dummies here, stacked on top of here, to make it look like either the 9-1's here, here, or here. So he really can't tell where my leader's at. This is probably the most obvious choice, where the leader is. So when the people break, they quote route back to him, so on and so forth. But no, I need my leader up front because I can't give him N5. N5 is pretty much the only rally terrain on this map until they reach the village. These are really off to the side, and obviously this one over here, I've got both mortars pegged to pound that one because that's most likely where he might attack from. Down here, it's happenstance. I really don't need to worry about that location. If I need to, then all I would need to do is move my mortar here and here, and I'll take a +1 hindrance shot and destroy anybody that's left in there. Or also, that's what I would do anyway, because if he comes down here hard, he'll be in the woods areas or in open ground, and I will pound everything in the woods. Straight up. So I'm in the orchard. Do I have any terrain effect modifiers in the orchard? No, don't need it. Because I'm first firing and subsequent first firing all these units, maximum firepower. If I could break half his units, that's a win. Then I simply just retreat slowly and surely. But the first shot, when he comes on, the first shot's going to be, my plan is to, first unit comes on, half squad, doesn't really matter. Create a fire lane. This will be the hex row. It'll be on this side. And then this hex side will actually be covered because that's in the game, in the field of play. And this hex here will have 4 firepower from the fire lane. And then each hex after that will have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and this snapshot hex side will be 2. And the next MMG, we'll choose the blue one. He will fire lane here, the same thing. This hex side here will be a snapshot hex side, and he'll choose the alternate side. Actually, he'll choose this side here. He'll choose this side. And that'll be off, but that will still be the snapshot. And again, it will leave 4 residual firepower there. So what you have is, when it comes down to it, you will have 4 residual firepower from that fire lane in that location, and then 4 residual firepower from this medium machine gun in this location. And I won't even fire the squad. So let's say if this is his leader, he goes 1, 2, and 3-4 after I create my fire lanes, well, then he undergoes 2 shots at 4+1, and then I have a follow-up attack at 8+1 with my squad, who could fire twice. So he could fire at 8+1, and then subsequent first fire with a 4+1. So he's taking 4 shots. If he moves into here in the movement phase, he will be attacked 4 times by residual firepower and the 4/4/7 attacking. Chernoff has to use his ability to make sure that the fire lane doesn't cower. This one, you just have to take your chances. Hopefully you won't roll doubles. If you do, you're going to be in trouble. But that's 1 in 6 chance. I fire both medium machine guns. This one's guaranteed. This one's 1 in 6. Big deal. He has too many units not to take that chance. So anyway, defend the center building. Key point, have units here to attack down here for the open ground, obvious open ground shots. Fire at long range, subsequent first fire at regular range, just to drop residual, even if it's 1. And 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, be 2. Even if it moves in here, you just drop residual because the fire lane is going to be right behind him as well. So he's got to go through the fire lane, and then he's got to go through just the regular residual firepower. So hopefully that's enough to keep him at bay. Both sides essentially the same thing, and that's pretty much it. You know, but the toughest part is how am I going to defend the back? If I put units back here, I'm wasting them for 2 turns. If I put setup units back here, that I think is within 4 hexes of I6. If I put them back here, I don't get the free fire. These guys don't do anything for a couple turns and the game may be over. Put them up in the front. If they have an opportunity to fire, you take the shot. And then you simply move them back to where they need to be. And hopefully these guys can hold them off. So, let's see how it goes. I know it's kind of long-winded on that one, but I think it's actually a complex defense in this particular scenario because you can't let the Italians get to the village in force or the game is over. All right, let's go to the game and let's see what happens.
You ready for wind change?
Absolutely.
Do I want to? Yeah. Okay. I don't want to attempt to deploy anybody, so I have no rally activities. You have no rally activities. No preps. So straight to movement.
Okay.
There we go. And I guess got a guy off board. You'll see in a second. He's going to double time this fella here. Going to come on for 1.
That is a what?
Oh, you have to show me something to strip my concealment, right?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. He's a half squad. First line half squad. I'll unconceal him.
It's a first line half squad or first line squad?
Oh, shit. Wrong guy. My bad. Supposed to be a first line half squad. Sorry.
All right.
Grab the wrong guy out of the stack. First line half squad. There we are.
All right, he's fine.
Okay. 2.
Okay, hold it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and fire.
Okay.
We are going to fire. We're going to fire the machine gun on him, leader directed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to drop a fire lane.
Okay.
4 minus 3.
So just the machine gun, yep.
Yeah, that'll be enough to vaporize him.
Oh, yeah. I'll put him in the casualties bin.
You know what? What we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're not going to do that. I think that takes an hour and a half to do. So what we're going to do is this.
You vassal a lot, do you, Stu?
Yep.
Yeah. I've never seen that little arrow thingy like that before.
Okay, and that will be, I will,
So you're going down the N6 M7 hex side though, right?
yeah. And I'm going to put the fire lane marker here. God damn it. And do...
So which side of you're going on the N6 side, are you?
Yeah, it's going to be on this side.
Okay.
No, it's got to be, let's see, hold on. It's got to be on... Let me move the arrow. It's on this side.
So it's on the right. Okay. So it'll be that.
Right.
Those are the hexes that'll get it. Okay. Okay, this guy is gonna drop his concealment, and he's gonna come on. Double timing.
Okay.
1.
All right.
2.
Okay.
Oh, actually, wait a minute. 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.5.
Okay, hold on a sec. All right, continue.
Bypass 2 hex sides of N6 for 4.5.
Okay, hold on. Hold there. We will... Yeah, we'll fire the house squad, or not the squad. We'll fire the squad.
Okay.
That will be 8 minus 2.
So without the leader.
Yeah, the leader can't direct him.
Okay.
6 on the 8.
One
more
check.
check.
Huh.
Okay.
Look at that.
All right.
And he'll finish by going into there.
I have to reveal at least 1 unit, right?
Yes. If you have more than 1, it's random selection. You don't get to select which one is revealed.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't have to bother to look it up, but there are dummies in there, so I'm not sure if I could randomly select the dummies.
Yeah, I don't know either how it works actually.
So
okay.
He's revealed.
All right. So I'm back in. Yeah, you certainly can't randomly select the dummies.
And then you get attacked again. That'd be a 4+1.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh! There we go, eh?
That's a 1 check.
Yikes. Well, I did this before, but not that time.
Ouch.
And he ELR'd.
Yeah.
That's usually how I get rid of my CX counters. Okay. My goodness. So, right. So you didn't shoot those guys. You just showed me who they were. Right.
Right.
Okay. And he hasn't got enough juice to get in there, does he? No, he doesn't. Ah, shit. I didn't think that through very well. Okay.
So the first unit,
what
let's
am I
see,
gonna do
the
next?
casualty bin was the first unit a half squad as well?
Yes.
I don't use the casualty bin, so I'm not really familiar with it. All right, cool.
Yeah, I just for when I'm play testing, that's usually what I do. Just
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
yeah, just
Right.
for fun, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that makes sense in playtesting because a lot of times you have to keep track of all that stuff really closely.
Well, and plus it isn't so much for the victory conditions. It's just kind of the memory, so that you say, well, you know, what happened, and because you want to try and generally recreate the flow of the battle when you're.
All right. Well, I usually throw the dead people on the turn they die.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like this guy up here,
Yeah.
he's off the map.
Yeah.
I cloned him from there, so he does not go to the casualty bin. I just want to say that.
Oh, okay.
So
That's where you keep them, is up there.
yeah, I usually put them on the turn
Oh,
they die.
okay.
Well, I learned that from somebody else.
All right. Yeah, whatever. Sure.
Uh,
Okay. I'm looking around where I shuffled my guys here. Oh, yeah, I got this guy here. I got another glorious half squad. We'll lose concealment. He's going to come on double time as well.
hold on. Is that your third half squad?
Yep.
You're only allowed 2.
I was given 2 in the order of battle.
Right, that's your third half squad.
Yes, I can deploy.
No, only the elite squads can deploy.
Really?
Yeah, they're Italian. They're
Oh, shit! I didn't even look that up.
all right. No worries.
I'm sorry. My bad.
So you could just take whatever half squad it is, and you could just make whatever the other half squad is a full squad, and we just go with that.
So that's a nationality characteristic.
That's a nationality character, correct?
A25.
A25.6.
I'm showing what a rank amateur I am here.
And remember, your surrender does not apply to Italians. The surrender +1 does not apply. And you are always lax, just to let you know.
Yeah, I'm seeing that now. I knew they had all kinds of bad shit. Hadn't realized the about the deployment thing though.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
in this particular scenario, you just deploy and you just win by default. To be honest with you, you just deploy everybody. I can't shoot everybody. You would have like literally
Well, I don't know about winning by default. The CC is going to be problematical.
Oh, well, the CC is
right?
what you want to do at that point. Lock me in CC, then walk by me.
Yeah,
That's really
so.
Yeah.
Surrender line. So I'm looking for that deployment thing here.
25.61.
Only elite may deploy. Yeah.
Right.
Shit. Yeah. Okay. Fuck. All right. All right.
Yeah, because when you said you didn't deploy, I didn't know if you had known that or not. But
Well, I had not known that. I deployed. So let me put them back there, and will you allow me to try to deploy?
Oh, you can't.
Oh, right. I can't at all. Ever,
yeah, you can't at all.
Fuck. Jeez.
Otherwise, they would allow you to deploy. Like if you forgot to deploy, something silly like that or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sure. Yeah. I hate to. I've been criticized for doing that, but I do that a lot. I end up, sometimes doing the take back things because I often screw things, especially right at the start.
Well, it's
especially right at
the
start.
Not a big deal.
So
not a big deal.
Yeah. Well, I do feel pretty silly. There I was babbling about playtesting as if I knew what I was doing.
No, it's all right. Hey, you play T-test, you probably see a whole bunch of shit. So,
but now you know better.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Ooh, this is not going to be good then, is it? This is not going to be good. All right. This guy here is going to come on double time.
All right.
And he's not deployed. I deleted a half squad.
Okay.
He's double timed. 1.5, 3, 4.5.
Okay, I'll fire and create a fire lane.
Yeah.
8 minus 1 from the medium machine gun.
Flat, isn't it? Greens in season.
Well, that just cancels non-assault movement. You're still non-assault. You're still that cancels first fire movement in the open, but you're non-assault moving. Right?
Well, I'm not in open ground, so I wouldn't get FFMO anyway.
Correct.
Right?
But
I am NAMing, which and green has a TEM of +1.
No, green has a hindrance of +1.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm embarrassing myself here. This is awful. I'm madly flipping through my dividers here. Not that I'm not believing you, but I just...
Yeah, no, hey, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
I can't believe you.
Okay, you don't have to. You don't have. That's why we have charts and shit.
Well, and that's why I looked up the Italians too. Although
Yeah.
When you mentioned that, I said, yeah, I'm sure you're right. Actually, green has
green
it's
15.
a friggin' hindrance, just like brush. Gosh dang it! Yep, down 2. Okay, roll them.
Oof. That's just only down 1, so it's 8 down 1. So that'll be a KA.
Or down 1.
Yeah, but the fire lane. I just didn't want to cower the fire lane. That's all.
Yeah, no kidding. Eh? Wow, that's and I'll put them up there in turn 1. This is going to be very fast games too. And which side of your red line is? Oh, it's on that.
Yeah,
side.
it's on that. So yeah.
Okay.
And I found that to be the easiest way to make sure. I mean, because the red line is obvious, which makes it easy for both of us. And then if you just put the counter on whatever side it's on, it makes it really easy. So
where do you get that red line from?
It is an overlay. It is an overlay. It is a. I'm not sure if it's in the Vaso counters or the over. It might be in the overlay feature, and yeah, it's in the overlay feature. It's a map annotation in the draggable overlays. They have thick lines. See the lines down here?
There we are. Yeah, I knew they were there somewhere.
Yeah, the lines down here is the same way. It's just this is a thick one and that's a thin one.
That's a cool thing to use.
Yeah,
that's a smart thing.
That's pretty useful. So where did you put that guy? Oh, okay. You can put him. We can put him. You can move him if you want. You can go to. I'll put the to axis. Yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna clone. I'll just clone him and put him back. That way I can visually see up there. So. There.
Sorry. You put him in the casualty bin as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need to use the casualty bin. I don't care about that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was something that you just use. Okay.
No, it's just something I'm used to doing.
I will throw off the side then. Okay. We'll just stack them up top.
Yeah. You're you got some pretty hot rolling there though.
Yeah, three's kind of help. 3 kind of help.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. Well, this guy here is going to come on now.
All right.
He will lose his concealment as soon as he walks on the board.
All right.
Or actually, he's not going to walk on the board. He's going to go 1, 2.
I'm sorry. Where do you go? 2? Okay. 2.
2 on the board there.
Let's see. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Okay, he's 3-3. Yell far.
Okay.
Sorry. He will fire a 4 minus 2.
Yeah.
He cowers, unfortunately. 2 minus 2. It's a 6 on the 2 chart. That's a pin test check.
Pin check. Yeah. And I'm pinned like a dog.
Okay.
And you got 1 resid. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Okay. These guys here. 1. Oops. 1.
Okay.
2.5.
Okay.
And you've got 4 resid in there, right?
Yeah, the fire lane there is 4.
So I'm not going to go any further. This guy here is going to kind of do something similar. 1.5, 3 to there.
Okay.
2 down 2. Yikes. Yeah, all right, here goes.
Ouch. All right. 2 down 2 first. 7. That is a miss. Let's see if we could fire anybody else on him.
It is a miss.
All right. Wow. Okay. Proceed.
Okay. 2 in bypass.
Yep.
And 4 to there.
4 to there. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll fire.
Order, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Need a base 5 or 5 to hit plus 2 hindrances.
Non-assault movement though, right?
Yeah.
So I think you need a 6 to hit.
5, no rate.
That's a hit though.
2
2
minus 1.
down 1. Yeah.
Pin check.
Okay. Leader. Then top to bottom.
Ah, good deal.
And they all make it. Yeah. Okay. Nobody else shot at me. Okay. Here's the crew. 4.
Okay, let's see.
Sorry, 5 rather. 5.
5, and that's fine.
Okay, and that's as far as he's gonna go.
All right.
One, 2, half. All good?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. This guy here. No secrets. One, 2, 3.5. Guessing your other machine gun was in there. Silly me. Silly me. I figured that was a mortar there, though.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Jeez, do I want to take a chance on a 2 down 2? I got lucky once.
There's only one way to know, Wynn. There's only one way to know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I gotta get to where I want to get to though. But then you're gonna have all these guys to blast away at me. All right, here we go. these guys. They're going to do it a little bit differently, I think.
All right.
They don't really get any benefit from having a leader there. That saved me the last time. So, 1.
Okay, that's a 2-1. How about nothing? Continue.
Okay. Why is it only minus? Oh, that
Because
well, you know.
the grain nullifies the first fire movement in the open, but you do get the non-assault movement modifier.
Even on the
Yes,
resid shot.
correct.
Really?
Now this resid over here is not a fire lane, and therefore you do get the movement in the open modifiers over here.
Right.
The fire lane.
I hadn't realized that it applied to fire lanes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 2.
Obviously the bonus to the fire lane is I have 85 fire lane residual hexes. That's the bonus. So.
Right.
All right. 1, 2. Continue.
Yeah. Bypass 3.
Okay. I'll fire. 4 -2.
Powers. A 6 on the 2 is a pin check, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And he doesn't pin.
Okay. Well, all right. Continue.
Okay. 4.
All right, hold on a sec.
No, I don't want to late CX. Okay,
We'll go
sorry.
ahead and fire. We'll fire the next guy.
I'll make that decision later. Yep. Okay.
4 -2.
Let me check the lows. You might have already done that. I'm sure you did. But yeah. Okay. 4 down 2.
Actually, I don't check them. I just know that's clear.
Okay. It looked it to me, but
Right.
okay.
And that's a nothing there. Okay.
That's a nothing. All right.
Just trying to lay down some residual. That's all.
Yeah. Well, you're doing that. You are doing that. One.
Okay.
Actually, let me see. Do I want to double time him? No, I don't. 1 to there.
All right.
2 down 1, right? Ouch.
1 more
1
check.
check, right?
Yep. Oh, hello.
Ooh. Half squads them, ELRs them, all the good stuff.
Ouch.
Clone them, put them up by the number 1 dead pile there, and break them in there.
Wow.
Okay. Non-assault moving, but not double timing.
Okay. You got kind of
Down
disappeared.
1.
Your LMG's like a little bit different. That'll zap him. He's like just gone.
Jeez. Oh, jeez.
That's a
It
0.
might
on the
actually
2.
even destroy the support weapon too, eh?
Yeah, it gets it too. Yep.
Oh, good lord. Good lord. This game sucks. Well, I like to play test, right?
Yeah, there you
my
there
motto
you go.
my motto when I'm playing is it's an unbalanced dog, or I win.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
That's one way to deal with it.
All right, let's try it again.
All right, later. Oh my God, I'm dusting the shit out of you.
Yeah,
That's it's only 1 check. It's the same thing as yeah.
It's only a 1 shot. I might actually pass it.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Now does that just potentially wounds him, right? So I need to do a death roll.
Well, that'll first ELR him, so he'll goes down to ELR.
Yes, it'll ELR him.
And then you take casualty, which means a wound roll, which means you might die.
The death roll.
Yeah, with the death roll.
Let me just do the
death roll is all you need to do
before we.
Okay, so he's wounded, wounded and broken.
Wounded.
ELR'd, wounded and broken.
Yeah, I forgot about the ELR.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Well, he's there to rally the 4 morale half squad.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it never fails. I was thinking it was going to happen there, right? I got lucky.
Oh,
I got
true
lucky
that.
there.
True that. You got the
got
big boy
lucky
through.
there. But that was it. Everywhere else, I've been turned into mincemeat. Okay. That's it. I'm done with moving.
Okay, residual firepower's gone.
I have no other meat for the meat grinder.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Defensive fire. Well, the big thing was the leader. Even if your squads get through, if the leader breaks, and he's the one that's going to be causing the. None of these guys could fire. He can't fire. I don't even remember where my other units are. Okay, there's that guy there. We might as well fire him. You know what? We might not fire him. We're going to be in line of sight anyway if we move. All right, let's open up the mortar. Yeah, we're going to clone this one here. Label this one.
I was thinking you would have put your machine gun there, and in the hopes that I'd think that, that not appreciate that was a clear fire lane right down the.
Yeah, right down the chute.
Hexes there, but anyway.
Let's
see. Your setup was good. Yep.
Let's see. So who am I going to fire? He's got too many hindrances. He's got no hindrances. He's out of line of sight. He is +2. How many hindrances would I go through? That may not even be line of sight. That's pretty close there. Oh my gosh, that's really close. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty close. We're gonna fire over here because it's too close. I don't want to waste the shot. If this guy gets annihilated and I have no other targets, I may swap over there. So that's a 7 base to hit. Make sure.
Probably no hindrances, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight up, boom. 7 to hit.
Yeah.
There's a 7 ready to fire.
Yeah.
Jesus, 4 in the 2. 1 morale check.
Oh my goodness.
That'll break him. No ELR, but it breaks him.
Pins him. I'm a 6 morale.
It's a 1 morale check though.
Oh, it's a 1 check, right?
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Let's see. He's a +2 modifier. Yeah. We'll swap to the guy in 04. That'll be a 5 to hit. A 6 will miss, and that's it. That's it for that guy. Let me put a marker on him.
Okay.
This guy's final. He's final. He can't fire. They could. No, I think we're good. I'm not going to fire on your guy. I don't need to do anything. It's a 4+1. 4+1. It might eliminate him. Oh, hold on a sec. One second. No. I'm sorry, I'm looking for something. I can't find it. Okay. All right, so bit. That's it for my fire. Advanced fire.
Okay. I'll fire at him. 2 flat. He'll fire at him 1 up 1. Okay. Violating my own rule. Best shots first. Should have fired these guys, but I guess that's only going to be a 1. A 1 up 1 on that guy too. Or
excuse me.
A 1. He's in the building right there. So that would be 3, 4, 5, half to 2.5, half to 1. 1 up 1 on him. Over there, it would be. Yeah, he'll fire at this guy, I guess.
Okay.
I think he's probably going to get 2 hindrances, though. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 2 of them. So it'll end up being an up 1 shot. 3, and these guys will be halved, so it'll be a 2 up 1, right? As I compute it.
You're firing the LMG?
Oh, actually, I forgot I had the LMG there. So that'd be no. I'm not. I wasn't going to fire the LMG. Just the crews, the inherents.
Okay, just the inherents. Okay, the squad's 1.5, and each squad is 1/4.
Each crew is 1/4, right?
1/4.
So I'm at 2.
1.5, 2. Yep, straight up 2.
Yeah, 2 up 1.
2 up 1.
Yep. Good thing I didn't fire the light.
You saved the light machine gun.
Yeah. Okay. Down here. 1.
One flat.
What are you in there? Nothing. 1 flat. Powers. Nothing. Oh, there we are. Done. Okay. Road phase. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. I guess he'll. Yeah, he's not going to go anywhere. He'll just stay there. Who cares? He'll stay there. There he's got to go. Next to you. All right. These guys will stick around. Can't go anywhere unless they kill themselves. So that's it for routing. It's now advanced phase.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
There. These guys go in there.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
The leader, he was broken in the first text or 01?
He was broken in the first text.
You can't stay in open ground.
Have to be in normal
Yeah, you gotta
range.
be in normal range.
Oh, no range. Sorry, didn't
Yeah.
saw it.
Yeah, no worries.
Right.
Yeah.
And no hindrance. Sorry, I thought
If that was a
I
German
counted
squad,
wrong.
he'd be in trouble.
Yes.
Yeah.
He'd be gone
Yes.
if that was a German squad.
He's in
Okay,
a lot
sorry,
of
guys.
he's
No
in
worries.
a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that's a good
anyway.
question,
those-
though. Good
those-
question, though.
Those darn kibitzers, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good question.
Hey, I don't commit till after. I don't know if that's convincing. That's the questioner.
Yeah.
I'm out.
That's a good question. I was looking at that. It's
Okay.
like, damn, if I can get within 4 hexes, he just dies by default.
Oh, that was your mortar, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, actually, he'll go there. This guy will go there. And that's it. I have no concealment gains. Over to bad guys, turn 1.
All right.
Wow. That was painful.
That
was ever so painful.
That was a. Oh, I can't. My turn wants to go on your guy. I'm going to move your guy over just a bit, and we'll put that there. All right, there we go. Unmove him. So rally phase. I have no rallies. You don't have any rally. Well, you got a leader.
Yeah, I got a leader. And he's going to rally, aren't you, buddy? I just know it. Or not.
Okay.
And I believe I can take the DMs off
Well,
those guys in the open.
you could. Oh, yeah, you could always take them off anyway,
Okay.
unless
Right.
they're adjacent to someone. So yeah.
Well, if I was in open ground and normal range, I couldn't have taken it off, I don't think.
Yeah, you can. You can. But just the beginning of the route
can,
phase,
right?
you become DM again.
Oh, right. Okay.
Let's see. Prep fire. I don't think I have any rallies. Prep fire.
I'm just going to step away for a second, grab a glass of water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. All right, my mortar. You can't see that. Huh? I think I can just move them, to be honest with you.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just thinking. I didn't expect your 9-1 to get up in that L10 area, so it's got me thinking about where I need to adjust, if I do need to adjust. So,
Well, unfortunately, it's not really where I want to be. I mean, it is where I want to be, but I wish I'd had another couple of squads down here alive.
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, should make sure the reinforcements are accurate. 6, I can see that happening. Hmm. 8 up 1. 8 up 1's a good shot. 8 up 1 is a good shot. That is a bit far. I don't know if my machine gun has lined yet. That's going to be 8 up 2. 4 up 2. Nah, we're not going to worry about that. Chernev will fire. We'll fire just the medium machine gun adjacent.
Okay.
It's going to be 8 up 1.
Right. Okay.
6 rate of fire.
Nice shot. One
round
checks.
check.
Yeah. Twice.
Oh my
come
God,
on.
you're 12.
Good Lord.
Oh my God.
We should have been keeping track of boxcars, actually.
Oh, I could track them. I could replay the log, so we can get the. Actually, it's 3. It shows right in the logs. Just you get 312 so far.
Is that all I've had?
Yeah, well, that's all you had, but they're doozies.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, so and half squads and breaks. Okay.
All right, I'll just clone one of these guys up here. Got it.
HS breaks.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Oof. Huh. That's interesting.
Right.
That's interesting. Let's go with Oh, you got a pin guy over here that's gone.
Oh, right. Yeah.
All right, in that case, we'll fire the 4 machine gun over there on him. 4 -1 on him.
Yep.
Didn't even see it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, it's a sniper check for you.
And rate. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here we are. The victory is coming my way.
Oh.
Or not. Or not. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't even see that guy. It's like, oh hey, there's a pin over there. Let's get rid of that pin. So.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I don't think I want to. I don't want those. Well, if you heat a battle, you're just going to surrender. So I actually don't want you to surrender. I want to keep focused. There's nothing going to be left there if you break again. Let's go with wow. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I might as well go 4 -1 on this guy.
Okay.
7 on the 4 check. That's Pintas check, but he's DM'd.
DMs them. Yep.
Oh, sorry. Yep, thanks. And that's it for that guy. And
wow. Wow.
Let's see the squad. That might be 2. That might be 2. He's got nothing else to fire at, so we'll fire at this unit. 4. That might be up 2. I'm not sure.
Who's shooting at him? The squad there?
Yeah, the squad. Yeah.
So, but the machine gun still has rate.
No, the machine gun like rolled a 6 or something like that on you.
Oh, right, the last time. Yeah.
It rolled a 8. It rolled an 8 on you.
So, but the squad can't use the leader now.
Correct.
Can he?
No, it cannot.
So it'll be a 4 up 1 or 2, right?
Yeah, it hits the hindrance and M5, so that'd be a 4 up 2.
Yep.
Well, Jesus, that's his morale check. Wow. Oh,
Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord.
that's another ELR. Your ELR is, well,
Yeah,
you know
I
when the
know.
ELR, that's for damn sure.
I got nothing. I got nothing left on the board.
Oh my gosh.
This is awful. This is awful.
Let's see, that actually might be a clear LOS. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 up 4 won't give me a morale check, so it's not going to DM your guy. Okay. F5. Where's F5? Yeah, 1, 4. Okay, I think, wow. I got another medium machine gun. He has pretty much one target. I could try to fire at that guy. DM him. He can't see the guy up top, I don't think. No. He might be able to see the guy on the bottom with no hindrances. That would be something slick. I'm going to try that.
Okay. L0.
Yeah, I'm going to try that.
Sure.
M4. It looks pretty close. All right, looks like we got
Looks like you got
one
M4.
hindrance. M4.
And that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
And
All right,
that's
I'll take a 4 up 2. I'll try it. An
just
8,
the machine gun?
Just the, well, it's a half squad, so.
Ah, right. Okay.
So he missed, but he does get rate, so he'll choose another target. He'll choose this target here.
Okay.
That's a 4 even.
4 flat.
And
Yeah.
that cowers, but at least it DMs.
Yes, it does. Okay.
Well, these guys should not be broken.
Yeah. I didn't do that.
They must have been highlighted when somebody broke. Oh, I broke
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
All right, so. I don't want that guy coming back, so we'll fire this unit here. Long range, 2 even.
Okay.
6 pin check.
Pin
No
check,
effect.
but yeah.
And then we'll go. Oh, he's prepped. I should mark that guy before I start moving him. One, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6.
So you gave one of your mortars to a half squad and the other one to a crew.
Right.
Well, that's interesting. Once the game's over, I'll have to ask you why you did that.
Okay.
Wait a minute. You got your squad there. You know what? It must have been when I was ELRing. You've got a conscript
I see it now.
machine gun. So I'll let you upgrade them. Sorry. That must have been my bad.
I can't. Because I think you degraded him. That's odd. Okay. I'll just replace him.
Yeah, put a 447 in there. Yeah.
And Chernoff ELR'd as well. Why don't you? Here, I'll put them both back in there, and you ELR them. You heat a battle them. I'm not sure why I can't. There's battle harden there. There's battle harden there. It's battle harden, not heat a battle.
Yeah, I can't battle harden the conscript. That's weird.
I don't. Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, I do not know what's going on.
Okay.
I think the easiest thing is for you just to plug a 447 in there.
That is weird. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Don't they battle harden? Am I wrong?
Well, they normally do, right? I don't understand why.
Yeah, it's not even on the menu.
Okay, why don't you try click Oh, so it doesn't give you that option either.
Yeah, let me pull one from the
Pull
thing.
a brand new one. Pull a brand new conscript out.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure they do battle harden. They must, right? Yeah, there you go.
Interesting. All right. Huh. That was, but this one couldn't.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
couldn't do it,
It
and you
doesn't even
couldn't do it either.
this battle hardened. Really weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's
Maybe we
something
found-
interesting. At least I've recorded it. Now I could tell Doug about it. I mean, it's not a game changer, but it's quirky.
Yeah, must be a vassal glitch, maybe.
Yeah, I don't
Though
know.
you think a lot of people would stump.
Yeah. Usually well, I think what happens is once the conscripts are usually probably not going to battle harden. They're just going to surrender and die most of the time. For them to battle harden, it would be kind of. But yeah, you'd think someone would come across it.
Well, I think
it could battle harden, but
I think what makes this a bit funky for us is that I suspect what happened was I was hooked to those guys for some reason.
Yeah.
And then I ELR'd my guy and I clicked ELR. That knocked your leader down and your squad down.
Yeah, that was weird.
And then for some reason your squad wasn't allowed to ELR or battle harden back up.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That's odd. Yeah, that's anyway.
All right.
Okay.
We'll take that. I think we're going to go. Okay, we're going to go to movement phase. No more prep fire, movement phase. I really need to move that mortar. I think we can do that. 2, 3. Those guys aren't really going to rally anywhere, but I can eliminate 3 of them. I don't think we need to go there. That's really interesting. I had plans for my guys, and I got little markers on my guys telling me where I need to move them, but I don't need to move them there right now. So, I think this one could just be deleted. And I've got those 2 guys there, this guy here. Yep, this unit will... where is it? He will unconceal, and he will CX.
Yep.
And he will go 1.
Yep.
2. 3. 4.
Okay. You mind backing up one there? Just let me look at that. So 1, 2, 1, 0. I got fuck all to shoot at you. Oh, keep going. So you were 3 to there. Yep.
Right. And then 4, 5.
Oh, okay. Sure, you're there.
This unit will assault move here.
Okay.
Shoot assault move here.
Continue. Yep. Yep.
This unit will go. 1.
Okay.
2.
Yep.
And this unit will assault move here.
Yep.
Oh, there's a unit under here. He hasn't moved yet.
Yep.
This unit will go. Doesn't matter. Actually, it does matter. Let me see where I want to go. Yeah, we'll go here. 1.
Oh, the mortar guy you're moving. Okay.
The mortar guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll take the shot at you from these guys.
All right.
Now these guys can only put the machine guns together in the defensive fire phase, and if they fire now, they lose that capability because they're crews. Is that correct? Is that your
Either
understanding?
crews or half squads. Yes, because they've consumed their
Right.
firepower.
Right. They're not squads. Okay, so it'll be just the squad and the machine gun and the leader will fire at them. So
All right.
4, up 1, up 2, down 1 non-assault, down 1 leader. So 4 flat.
4. Something like that. Yeah, looks about that.
Oh, I didn't break the machine gun.
All right.
Continue.
And then he'll 2.
Yep.
And then we'll go 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's 447. We'll bypass for 1, 2.
Okay.
1.
3. Yeah. 1, 2. It's actually further than that guy though. So never mind. Can't shoot at you. Yep.
All right, 2.
Yep.
3.
Yeah.
And so be subsequence for 5. Yeah, be 4. 2 flat. I don't want a 2 flat. Yeah, we'll go here. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 there.
Okay. I will take the shot from the guys. Final fire these guys.
Okay.
Now, do I want to use the machine gun in there? If I do, it'll be 2 flat. Yeah, I got to use the machine gun. I'll sustain the machine gun.
Okay.
2 flat.
That's what I'm worried about.
There we go.
3. One more.
I
I'll
got a
check.
good roll.
An ally.
I got a good roll.
Hey, pins.
Good lord.
It's
You
like I
guys
could
suck.
survive with 2 flat. It's like, oh shit. That's what I'm worried about. Sniper activation, no effect.
Okay.
All right. Not exactly
least-
where I wanted to stay, but you know,
At least there is a god.
Yeah.
I didn't break my light machine gun. Okay.
Okay, and then okay, we're going to go 1.
Sorry, who's moving? Oh, that guy there. Yeah, sure.
1,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
4,
Okay. You're there.
and that's it. That's all I got.
All right. And I'm done with my. I think I'm done with my D-fire. Could go up 2 to there. 1 up 2. Yeah, whatever. Hail Mary. 1 up 2, right?
Yeah.
Have because you're concealed.
Yeah, yeah.
1, 2,
That's true.
1 up 2.
Yep.
Or no, actually, I could fire at him. 1 up 1. That's what I'll do.
That's true. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, 1 up 1 for range. Who cares?
Okay.
All right, that's it. Oh, assembling the machine gun. Too.
Okay, assembling machine guns for your bad news bears over there. So we'll assemble machine guns, and then we'll go to advanced fire. I don't really think I have any. Let's go to route phase. Route phase.
Yeah, that would be my chance to run away, right? Which I will do. And just for fun, I'll put him in there. All right. They'll stay. Yep. Okay.
Oh, hold on a second. Could you reverse them, please? Reverse all the moves.
Sure.
I don't want to dismiss the route phase, otherwise my SK players would ream my ass.
What are we doing?
Okay, so these units right here.
Yeah.
They have to choose this as their destination.
Yes, they do. So they can't go anywhere then without being entered. They'd have to low crawl.
Yeah, they could low crawl. Yeah. I just instead of this spot, it would just be a matter of that spot.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, no, they're not going to go to that spot. They're going to go to that spot. Low crawl.
Okay.
He's got.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, you're right. So the route destination for these guys can't be him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, he's got no cover within 6 movement factors, so he could go where he wants, pretty much.
It could be more than. I think it could be more than 6 movement factors, but he can't use these. He can't use that one because it's closer to known enemy units, right?
Yeah, but you have to route within 6 MF. You have to choose a destination. If there's nothing within the 6 MF, then you get to choose to route within all the other restrictions, not getting closer to enemy unit, etc., etc.
But you still have to end up being closer to your route destination.
But your destination,
even if it's further than 6 movement factors away, I think.
No, like if this whole board were empty except for this woods over here, you wouldn't route towards that woods because it's not within the 6 MF.
I'm looking up that movement factor rule here.
Okay.
I'm kind of a visual guy, right?
Yeah, me too. I'm right with you.
I could have said routing is the simplest and the most complex thing in the whole game.
All right. 10.51 direction.
I'm looking. Yeah.
A routing unit must move to the nearest in MF. Calculate the start of movement phase, even if overstack, unless that route is through a so on and so forth.
Right.
As long as it reaches that hex during the single route phase.
Not use the shortest route. Right.
But but it says if no non-ignorable building woods location can be reached during that route phase, a broken unit may route to any terrain consistent with the above restrictions.
Where's that sentence you just read?
It's past the first giant paragraph in 10.51.
Okay.
It's right above the example.
Can
if
be
no
reached,
non-ignorable building terrain.
Consistent with the above. Oh, and need not route to it. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the question is, for these guys, is that ignorable? 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5.
Yeah, it's just out. Otherwise, you'd surrender.
It's out. So they
essentially you get to choose where you want to go.
Yeah. They can't go there because it's closer to no one. So they will. Right. This guy here will back to there.
Okay.
He'll go there, and he'll go there.
Excuse me.
just and you know what? I think this guy here is going to route as well.
All right.
Well, if he routes, he has to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
He could go here.
He can, but he can ignore that.
He can ignore that hex.
And he wants to ignore that, so
Okay.
he's gonna just low crawl to there.
Okay.
Just to prevent any funny business.
You're getting closer to this unit. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you're fine.
Yeah, he should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be the same. Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to have somebody up
All right.
there.
Yeah. So that's road phase.
Yep. Let's see, defensive fire. And then advance phase?
Yep.
Let's see. This is Russian turn 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a building there. Don't really want to go to the building. Let's see if that makes a difference. I don't think it makes much of a difference. I think I could see that hex there. Let's see what I can do. He's pinned. He can't do anything. I think he's fine. Let's go over there. Let's go here. Actually, we'll just move here. I think he was in the building. We'll stay in the building.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
This might be tricky over here. You have how many real squads you've got? You've got 3 squads over here. You have 4 total squads. I really don't want to move my leader in that building. I really kind of don't, to be honest with you. Really don't want to move my leader in that building. I think I can still fire on most of those guys, right? He can still fire on those guys. He's going to assault move back here, or advance phase back there. He's going to advance into there. He's going to come here. No. I need those. Keep those guys DM'd by in the back corner. See, even if there's some front. No, I'm fine. I think he'll be fine right there. Stop that guy from coming over that way. Don't really think I need to, but that's what we're going to do. He's moved. Got this guy going here. We'll move him here. Then that guy's more of the mortars, I think, are fine. Yeah, the mortar's that mortar's fine. He's fine. And the leaders. So if I move up, I can try and annihilate those guys. I have 1 turn to annihilate them. Actually, 2 turns to annihilate them. 1, 2, then you come on. You're not going to come on the same edge. You're going to come on the other edge. That forces you to move over there. Okay, I think I can do that. I think I'll do that. I really don't. I'm going to move. We're going to move this unit here.
Okay.
And then Chernov, I think Chernov. See the map again. That's too much. I don't think that's going to be effective anyway. So we don't need to worry about that. I don't want to move over there.
Where'd you get that name Chernov from, by the way?
All my names, I look on the Wikipedia for Russian surnames and Italian surnames and Finnish surnames and all that good stuff. I can name some of your leaders if you want.
That's okay. Yeah.
The soulless leaders. You know what happens to soulless leaders, right?
Sorry?
Good. And that's it.
Okay.
Advance phase, no close combat. Rally phase, Italian turn 2.
Yeah, that'll suck.
And pin's gone. Delete.
Wow. Who am I going to shoot at with that one shot that I've got there? Shit. Too many targets. But I think these guys are the most important. I really have to get them killed. So I have to rely on a nice low roll here. To do any damage. So that'll be 4, 8, 10 with the light.
9 with the light.
Oh, the light's out of range. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. Yeah. 9 with the light. Huh. So the best I can get is a bloody 8. All right. So the leader and the 2 mediums will fire at him.
All right.
Save the squad for something else, I guess.
Okay.
All right, so 8 up, whatever it is. 1,
8 up 3.
3 up, 8 up 2. Minus 1 leader.
You'll hit both L9 and M9.
Yeah, you're probably right. I probably will.
You might hit. How long is that? 7. That's probably blocked.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh no, it's not blocked. Yeah, you'll hit 2.
No,
I thought it might
blocked.
hit the thing. So yeah.
It'll be 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was sure wasn't going to hit the hedge.
Yeah, I'd have to be
was
one
there,
further away. Oh, I'm too
Yeah,
far away. If it was 1 hex down, I'd be yeah.
Yeah, 8 up. 8 up 3. Come on, baby. Hail Mary.
Ouch.
Which one?
Random sport.
Which one? Well, only one of them broke. Just not my day. It's
It's pretty rough.
Okay. That's it for preps.
Okay, movement phase.
Movement, yeah. The squad that didn't shoot will assault move.
What'll I have? Let's see. Assault move. I don't think it's a point. Nobody else can move there, right? Yeah, we're fine.
Okay. He will assault move.
Okay, we'll blast that guy.
Yeah, 8 up 1.
6 on the 8 is a 1. He'll break.
All right. Okay. I really hate to say this, but I think I'm going to concede at this point, actually, because I don't see any realistic.
Yeah, too many broken guys.
I mean, everybody's gonna be dead by the time my reinforcements come on, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think I would agree with you. You only have 4 squads coming on. I mean, they do have a couple mediums, but you pretty much only have 4 squads coming on. And I have 4.
If I could have kept you busy up here with them, which was my thinking, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Then I would have had a force down here, but I you know what? I forgot to try and rally these guys.
Okay.
Let me try and rally the leader.
He's a snake eyes.
Nope.
And you can't even 3 won't even rally.
Right.
Man.
So that I
Yeah.
that was awful. Let's compare dice, shall we? I can't.
Oh, my
believe
dice were
that-
low. I mean, my dice were low. I mean, you can't 6, 22 infantry fire table rolls, and my average was 6.
Yeah.
So that's all you really need to look at.
Yeah, and mine was almost 8, right? So
And your morale check. Look at your morale checks. Your
that's
morale
a
checks was
pretty-
8. Yeah, your dice
That's
rolls
a
9.
pretty
your average
horrendous,
is,
pretty horrendous difference. But I didn't really play very well either. I mean, because first of all, I didn't look up the Italians and for their nationality characteristics. But by the way, my wife's Italian too. So
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
She really doesn't like you now because
Oh.
you not only defeated her husband, but screwed her countrymen too.
Well, her countrymen should have known better to screw with my Russians. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, they probably most of them did actually, but
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right.
yeah. Even before they went there. But yeah, that yeah, I was going to ask you. So what did you do? Why did you have one mortar with a crew and one with a half squad? What was your
Okay,
thinking there?
let's see. Let me. Where's my other crew? There's crew there. The other crew actually. The other crew was here, with 1 firepower. He was the one here that kind of made you think that was the HMG with the leader.
Right.
So his purpose was going to be in a position to either move back here. So my plan was this. So I was debating a long time to go here, and then it's like, I can't move forward because if you flank me here, I'm going to be out of the fight. But because my first initial thought was I can't stop you from coming on, so pretty much I'll be defending these 2 stone buildings.
Yeah.
This one's pretty easy to take for you because you're on for 2 turns before my reinforcements come on, and if you break through it might be an issue.
Yeah.
But I did so much damage early. It's like if I eliminate all these guys or just vaporize them because you can't rally them, this guy I could pretty much ignore. The only thing I have to worry about is route problems routing north or south. And so it's like at that point I defend the interior ones and don't have to worry about these ones. And so if these guys can just move a turn or 2 back, move here and here, and then my reinforcements then sandwich you, which is what I was trying to avoid with this sandwich here. So
where was your other half squad?
The other half squad, this is a half squad.
Oh, right.
And the other half squad was on the mortar.
Oh, and that was your other crew.
Right.
So
and then the reason why I didn't put the crew, this guy up here, he's not going to fire, but he could run. All he's going to do is mortar, maybe get a lucky shot over here, and then move back. He was going to go back here, and then just mortar where you have to cross, pretty much. I mean, it's not much, but with the 3 rate of fire, we all know what happens with a 3 rate of fire.
Yeah.
And the 237, I put more centralized in case some of these guys broke, that he can actually fire point blank range at 4-1 or something like that. Where a 1 is you're just going to charge. Who gives a shit about that guy? Whereas a 2 is a little bit more firepower where I need it. And so I put Chernoff in the front, at least the -1, just to stop the machine gun from cowering and to lay down a fire lane. If this fire lane over here cowered, I would have been in big trouble. But I was willing to take that chance. And the best part about I got to be honest with you, I screwed up my fire lanes because both my guys were here. What the idea is and I probably put my lead in the wrong spot. This guy was going to fire this way because he would still encompass that one. So this is the fire lane. Let me click it. He was going to fire. Oh, shit. Really? All right, move that shit out of the way then. He was going to fire down here.
Right.
And then have this in part of the top side because I will still affect this hex side for you coming on.
Yeah, for sure.
So and then this one will be 4 residual firepower because it's point blank.
My dice sucked, but I think this is I think this is awfully tough on the Italians.
It depends. It depends on where the Russians set up. And again, and the other one, the other medium machine gun would fire the other direction because I didn't know. I figured you'd move your 9-1 in centralized and just put the hurt on. And this guy was going to fire that way, having this side as the fire lane, and then he'd still cover that half set, and then he'd have a 4 fire. So when you moved in there, let's say you move your leader in there, he would take 2 shots at 4+1.
Yeah.
And then I'd have like this guy point blank, then he could fire 8. So if you wanted this building, you were going to have to pay for it. And so
The problem for the Italian, if the Russian sets up with a forward defense as you did, is there's no cover and there's no route locations.
correct. So
Right? I mean, so and with morales of 6, like, you know,
yeah. So
you're essentially relying on the Russian either gooning his setup and setting up kind of centrally and waiting for you to come to him, or dice, right?
no. I think this is the way the Italian. If I set up forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the way the Italians have to come on. You're all
On one
concealed,
side.
right?
Yeah.
You assault, move on, advance phase. You're all concealed, and then you have a giant because this turn is 6 turns long. If you assault, move, advance phase, second turn, third turn, fourth turn, you're in the village, and then you have 2 turns of fighting in the village. So obviously, I'm going to drop back. At that point. I have to drop back, and I have to assault, move back to keep my fire lane options open, because I can't move, because then you just hit with the giant fire group, and if these guys break.
Maybe I was pushing harder than I needed to.
Yeah, well, if you thought this was a medium machine gun back here, you just avoid that road, you're fine. That's kind of what you did. But both of my mediums were here, and that was the whole point of putting all those concealment stacks. I rolled 7, or I rolled a 4 for my concealment, so I got 7 concealments. Obviously, these guys concealed dummies. So I was just going to move these on, that guy, and if he were to gain concealment, then I could split him. Then I could split the dummies up at that point.
Yeah.
Then this dummy can move over there, and
you only got one leader, didn't you, with this?
Yeah, 1 leader on and 1 leader coming on, right? And that's why if I moved him forward, it's like if he's here, anybody breaks over here, at that point he would have to route here. But I think I had enough covering fire where, you really didn't have a lot of units. So I mean, I have this covered, and all the open ground covered with mortars.
Yep.
And I mean, you had firepower. I mean, you definitely had the fire. All you had to do is sit there, and just one rate of fire with that thing could rip. I mean, both these guys could be gone in a turn. So, if that's the case, at least you prep fired, and then at that point, this guy just stops scoring around, and then he just moves back, and then he covers the road. He could cover the road by the time you have a chance to get over there. Only because these guys were broken. Only because these guys were broken.
The reason I wasn't assault moving and advancing, as you suggested, was because I was concerned about your reinforcements coming on turn. Hey, have you played this scenario before, by the way?
I have not. They come on a turn after you, to be honest with you. So,
no, true, they do.
I was worried about this. So these guys can actually go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, advance. You could essentially, and then you have another movement phase to cover the entire board edge. It's desperate. If they do that, then the Russians get screwed just like the Italians get screwed. That's why I had this guy over here, and this guy was going to come up here to try to advance here, and he was going to go over here. You have to put fire on this open ground over here. Otherwise, your reinforcements don't get to the village. But again, I figured, if I eliminate all these guys, then later these guys just swing back. Now it's a matter of, my 4 or 5 squads against your 4 squads, and you're probably not going to win that fight. It depends on how well this guy could do up here, which he could do very well. I mean, that's some serious firepower. And this guy's got serious firepower as well. I mean, he's got some firepower. But that would really kind of, at that point, you just put your mediums up there, and you put down your fire lanes. Yeah. And then I think that's the kicker is you got to stop the Italians. You don't care if they come this way. You don't care if they're frontal, because they're shit morale. But if they're here, they're gonna get a shot first. You want the shit morale to come over here, and I don't care if you give them the whole town with your reinforcements coming on. I think you could be like, because essentially he'll match up with these guys, and then you have 6 squads that just kind of sit around here. I was going to entrench in F5, right? I was going to say I had a guy set up here initially. My initial thoughts, because if he entrenches in F5, then I could sit a guy here, and I could have a guy here, and I have a guy here, and then at least I have 12 firepower on the other stone building instead of being split. This is garbage. You have to get a fire group going, and that's far enough away that if you're at this point to get across the road, then I'm losing the scenario anyway.
Yeah, the Russians don't have much. That's for sure. I mean, they're I mean, the Italians have the numbers, but geez, getting across that open ground with 6 morale. Man.
Yeah, not fun. Not fun.
yeah.
Turned out to be a crazy game, and I guess if you get a couple snake eyes here and there, you have a tendency to blow holes through your opponents, like my shirt. So, hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time on Vaseline with Stu.